Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to a sold-out Motorpoint Arena here in Nottingham, England. We are live on DAZN for the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Featherweight Championship of the World. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing in association with BoxStars. We are sponsored by Betfred, Stagefront, and JD Sports. This bout is sanctioned under the auspices of the British Boxing Board of Control. The steward in charge is Mr. Matt Harris and the World Boxing Association. The president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. The supervisor is Mariana Borisova. Introducing your three judges scoring this world title contest from ringside. From Germany, Oliver Breen. From England, Howard Foster. And from Panama, Guillermo Perez. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring from England, A-star referee, Mr. Michael Alexander. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The stage is set, and we are here. This is it. The time has come. I said the time has come. From the four corners of the world to the four corners of this ring right here in Nottingham, England, the fight starts now. Introducing first, the challenger. He fights out of the red corner and wears red and gold. He scaled the featherweight limit of 9 stone bang on. His professional record, 25 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw, with 18 big wins coming by way of knockout. Presentando el orgullo de San Felipe de Jesús, Ciudad de México, damas y caballeros, Mauricio, el Bronco Lara. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the white trunks with the green and gold trim. He also scaled at the featherweight limit of 9 stone bang on. His professional record, 26 victories against 2 defeats. He has 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he makes his second defense of his world title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former Midlands Area Featherweight Champion. Please welcome the former British Featherweight Champion. Please welcome the former Commonwealth Featherweight Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning and defending WBA Featherweight Champion of the World from Gedling, Nottingham, England, Lethal Leigh.
So David Diamante with a rousing set of pre-fight introductions. Referee Michael Alexander to center ring, and now he's calling Mauricio Lara, who's got his back to Leigh Wood in his red corner, takes a final slug of water and makes his way for the instructions.
So let's just have a good, clean fight, okay? Most important to defend yourselves at all times, all right? Just focus.
2 dynamite punches, a pair of devastating finishes. Everything points to this being an explosive encounter. Play close attention because this fight could end in a flash as Leigh Wood makes the second defense of his WBA world title against Mexico's Mauricio Lara. We're underway. The opening bell signals the lighting of the fuse in what's widely expected to be a firecracker of a featherweight world title fight between the reigning defending champion Leigh Wood, making the second defense of his crown that he won so impressively against the volume punching Jucan against the division's #1, Mauricio Lara, the uncrowned champion, and it's a tentative start by both men. They're both operating out of the orthodox stance. Lara in center ring, he came forward with a tentative double jab and was claimed around the waist immediately by Leigh Wood, who bulldozed him back towards his own red corner, just above our commentary position. Our commentary position around figure 5 on the clock face. Leigh Wood in center ring, feinting with his lead hand, bobbing just on the edge and weaving just on the edge of range as Mauricio Lara leapt in with a lead left jab that was easily negated as Leigh Wood drops down with a stabbing left jab to the body, a shot that he used terrifically well in his title victory to claim the crown from Zhu Can, just slowing down Zhu Can's movements and volume punching by using that debilitating left jab to the body. He scored with it effectively there. There he goes for a left-right combination out of center ring. Mauricio Lara evaded it by tucking up behind his high-held gloves and letting the shot go over his head. Left hook, right uppercut attempted by Mauricio Lara, but all of the shots were off the mark. Left jab once again from Leigh Wood, and again looking to take the wind out of the sails of Mauricio Lara and keep him at bay with that long lead jab to the body. Leaping left jab from Mauricio Lara wasn't too far away. On this occasion, a single left jab did get through. Left hook fired in by Lara, and it was countered by a left hook to the body from Leigh Wood. Beyond the midpoint of this opening round, left jab to the body once again from Leigh Wood is a scoring shot. Big swing and a miss with a left uppercut from Mauricio Lara. Then he scored with a left hook, a left uppercut, and a right hand to the body. Did Mauricio Lara. It was countered by Leigh Wood, and as Barry Jones suggested, he's looking for avenues in between the scything shots of the division #1 from Mexico in his first world title bid. Minute to go in this opening round, and it's Lara edging forward incrementally, made to miss with a single left jab, countered by a rapier right cross from Leigh Wood, and Woods' shot was more accurate during that attempted exchange. 40 seconds to go in the opening round. Left-right attempted by Leigh Wood, but the right hand went over the top of the challenger. And it's Lara patiently plodding his way forwards on foot movement that is incredibly deliberate. Oh, beautiful counter right uppercut from Leigh Wood, followed by a left hook. Lara goes in pursuit of his get back, but he was short with his attempted 1-2 combination. And Leigh Wood showing terrific composure in the face of this power puncher. There's a good right hand to the body, followed by a long half hook, half uppercut from Mauricio Lara, who attempted the same combination once again, but Leigh Wood roughed him up, puts his hand around the rear of Lara's head and just prevented him from working. The 10-second clapper is sounded, but it's barely audible. There's a trade-off at close range. Leigh Wood claims his man around the rear of the neck. The first round in the book. Something of a tepid pace, but interesting nonetheless, Steve.
Listen, he's cut Leigh Wood, he's cut on his left eye. Must have been right at the very end. There was a slight clash of heads. Jumbo is up in the ring. That's not the thing you need to get in the first round. I thought that was a sensationally tight round. The first 2 minutes I thought were really good at technical, not lying it. Leigh Wood with incredibly high right guard, as Barry pointed out. And then Leigh Wood, I thought Leigh Wood won the round with 3 or 4 shots, but they're working furiously on that cut, Barry.
It doesn't look great though. It looks quite long, doesn't it? All on the left side there of that right eye there. And it's just on...
Oh, that's a nasty cut,
Yeah,
Barry.
it looks like, and also, you see the clash of heads. We've just seen where Mauricio Lara, he came in close and just could be in the shorter fight, and the taller fight usually gets the worst end of it, of course, when the head comes up onto the cut. But I thought Wood was doing... I thought Lara had the better early stab, but Wood came out with some fantastic counter
Good counters, the right hand, that left hook.
Yes.
Oh.
Second set, round 2.
Well, we've had no indication from referee Michael Alexander, but we've just been privy to a replay that demonstrates beyond any doubt that the cut over the left optic of Leigh Wood was caused by an accidental clash of heads. We're into the second round, 10 seconds have elapsed, and it's Mauricio Lara on flat feet in the middle of the boxing ring. The boxers exchanging jabs. Left hook's been dug into both head and then body from Mauricio Lara, but he's not yet found the range. There's a double left hook to the body, followed by a left hook upstairs from the challenger. But then it's success from Leigh Wood, who countered with a left hook to the head, sunk it down to the body. Lara found himself momentarily on the ropes just above our commentary position, but now he's back in the space of center ring. Leigh Wood measuring his man with that lead left hand. The heads come together on the inside once again as Lara looking to dig away with his right hand. Referee Michael Alexander allowing the two men to work, but neither boxer took the opportunity to do so. Speculative right hook from beyond punching range fired by Leigh Wood, and then he's backed up Mauricio Lara to his own corner. Right hand success upstairs, right hand to the body. Lara trying to counter off the turnbuckle, and he's digging away with the heel of his glove and his head into the face of Leigh Wood. Referee Michael Alexander got the two men beyond punching range, and now it's in center ring. Jolting left jab landed by the champion. Lara tries to counter with a left hook to the body, but he's off the mark. Circling counterclockwise to his right is Leigh Wood. away from the vaunted backhand of Mauricio Lara, but could be walking into the left hook, which is a prominent shot in Lara's repertoire as well. Left-right attempted by Leigh Wood, both shots caught by the gloves, high-held gloves of the challenger. Lara responded with a shot to the body, but the attempt was off the mark. Both men exchanging left hands, and Leigh Wood was more effective, and that's why he stepped on the gas, closed the distance, and let 3 punches go. Beautiful left uppercut on the inside. It was preceded by a right hand to the body from Leigh Wood. Terrific punch picking once again in between hands that were held rather wide by the challenger. Minute to go in this second round. Leigh Wood takes a hard half hook, half uppercut from the left hand on the inside as the two boxers went shoulder to shoulder. The cut's holding up quite well. Jumbo has done a good job treating that lead left hook with a check shot from Leigh Wood, and it landed, and then Lara comes back with a left hook of his own. Wood answers with a left jab. Action is in the middle of the boxing ring. Good burst of punches to the body from Mauricio Lara. Leigh Wood tucking up, putting on the earmuffs and bracketing his head with his hands. There's a sickening left hand landed to the body by Mauricio Lara. Leigh Wood may have felt that. He's backing up, using his lead left hand as a rangefinder. He's just approaching his own blue corner, and there's a right hand from Mauricio Lara which causes Wood's legs to buckle. He's trying to close the distance and desperately hold on. Mauricio Lara trying to keep the distance, but he was claimed by Leigh Wood. Referee Michael Alexander separated the two. Mauricio Lara trying to work his way back into range, and he's having success with hooks and uppercuts around the corner and through the middle. Desperate moment for Leigh Wood. He's hit by a long right cross. The left side of his face is reddened, and that bell hasn't come a moment too soon to conclude that second round, because Mauricio Lara ended it in strong fashion, Steve.
Leigh was doing very well until about 2 minutes and 40 seconds in. Then he caught him with that right hand, and Leigh was hurt. He seemed to stagger back. He tucked up well. He took the next half a dozen punches on his gloves, but then Lara went back to the shot he's used 3 or 4 times in that round. The short left hook underneath the right elbow. It's a nasty shot. It's an effective shot. I'm looking at Lara just above our head here. Not a mark on him. I'm looking at Leigh Wood. They're working furiously on his cut, Barry.
Well, Woods was doing right. You know, he's caught him with that left jab, but he's sitting on with the front hand, the left hand, but he's sitting on the back foot to make Lara overreach with his attacks and then countering really effectively. But once he got caught there, he showed a bit of grit. And what he's doing well is, Leigh Wood, up to that point, till he got hurt, is when Lara gets close, he goes chest to chest and holds on. But when he got caught with that little shot there, his legs unraveled a little bit, and it was a little bit of a hard round there, and I'm not sure if he had time to recover fully. You will see.
I'm with you, Barry.
Into the third round, Leigh Wood out to centre ring immediately. The cut has been, the flow of blood from the cut has been staunched by the corner. Leigh Wood in centre ring. Mauricio Lara just on the edge of range, on his back foot, his right hand around his pec. There's that stab jab to the body once again from the champion Leigh Wood. He's occupying centre ring, operating out of a wide-legged stance now. Both boxers on flat feet. Mauricio Lara pawing at his face with his gloves, trying to lure in Leigh Wood so he can launch those hard-hitting counters. He's now at figure 9 on the clock face, near the ropes, trying to draw in Wood and draw that lead that he can counter. Neither man has thrown a punch, and with 50 seconds have gone in this third round, as Lara moving clockwise to his left, circling on the perimeter of the boxing ring. Now his back's touching the strands on the far side of the ring at around figure 11 on the clock face, and Leigh Wood tentative, just trying to work his way in, and it's a circumspect first minute and change to this third round between these two big punching featherweights. There's a committed left jab landed by Leigh Wood. You still saw what Lara was trying to do, because he tried to counter with a left uppercut, but Leigh Wood had ghosted away already. Left jab success, left hook success, followed by a right cross from Leigh Wood. Terrific punch picking during that portion of the round, and then he goes back to the stab jab once again, thrusting out that lead left hand like a bayonet and driving it into the abdomen of the challenger. Left jab from Lara is short, but then he fires hooks into the, attempted to the body, but they bounced off the forearms of Leigh Wood, who tucked his elbows tight to his torso. Minute 20 remaining in this third round, and Leigh Wood buying time beautifully, showing all of his experience in this championship reign, bringing it to bear here. Oh, what a beautiful right hand A rapier right cross, followed by another one. And Mauricio Lara furrows his brow because he had just been picked off by two heat-seeking right hands loaded with power and precision. Terrific boxing, wonderful pot-shotting, and there's a left-right combination again from Leigh Wood, followed by a left jab to the body. Perhaps he got a little bit greedy and went for the right cross upstairs once again, but Lara was hip to it. Terrific punch picking being demonstrated by the champion, who is controlling the tempo in terms of this round beautifully. Lara launches an attack, but he's off the mark because Wood dipped effectively at the knees, goes for the right hand once again. It glanced Lara on his forehead. He came forward with a two-shot salvo, but the shots were blocked by the gloves of Leigh Wood. Leigh Wood in center ring. Lara continuing to edge forwards, but he's not pulling the trigger. He's looking to counter punch, but Leigh Wood's lead shots are so quick that they're proving impossible to counter during this third frame. A very intelligent round of boxing as Leigh Wood fires a long left hook which bounced off the gloves of Mauricio Lara. Then the two men fall into a clinch. What a round of intelligent boxing from the champion Barry Jones.
That was so smart from Leigh Wood. But what he did, he just literally just smothered the flames there of any sort of ambition that Lara had by just using his feet in and out. And what did it was a little feint. Every now and again, just feinting with that front foot, not allowing Lara to get any momentum in his work that he had from the previous round. And when Lara committed, he was too far out, and Leigh was able to pick him off with nice long shots, Steve.
He gets caught and hurt badly at the end of the second round. We all gave each other knowing looks as the third round started. And then for 50 seconds, he just creates the distance, controls it by not even throwing a punch. And Lara either falls into the trap, or perhaps Lara's looking to finish it. Then Leigh picks it up with a couple of really brilliant, skillful counters. Not fully committed on them, and that just makes sense, then you can't get caught. That was a classic quality round. We'll forget that at the end of the year, and we shouldn't forget. That round, no matter what happens in this fight, was memorable.
So Ian Jumbo Johnson taking extra seconds of the 60 allotted to tend to that right eye. He was the last man to leave the ring. Ben Davison not climbing in between the ropes to give instructions as the action is at center ring. Jabs exchanged, and then a left jab to the body from Leigh Wood is countered by left jabs upstairs by Mauricio Lara. But it was interesting that when the left jab to the body landed, Lara, there's a beautiful right-left combination from Mauricio Lara, and that shook Leigh Wood down to his boots. He's back on his toes again, but he was shaken up as violently here in the first 30 seconds of the fourth round as he was at the end of the second. He's got 2 minutes 20 to negotiate, but make no mistake, they were solid two shots. A solid two-shot combination from the challenger. Leigh Wood looking to control the distance with his jab. The tail of the tape suggests that both of these boxers are the same height, 5 feet 7 inches tall, but if you believe your eyes, Leigh Wood has a considerable height advantage, and he's looking to turn that into an asset now by controlling the distance. Mauricio Lara has voluntarily retreated to his own red corner. I can reach out and touch him. Violent right hook launched by Leigh Wood, but it was long, and so he ended up clocking Mauricio Lara around the side of the head with his right forearm. Leigh Wood shaking out that right arm. I hope he hadn't hurt his elbow or his forearm by landing it incorrectly when he attempted that lead right hook. Both boxers are in center ring. Beautiful pot shot right hand once again. He wasn't set up with a jab by Leigh Wood. He took, and then a lead left hook, and punches coming from both flanks from the champion. Mauricio Lara tried to free his hands, and while the two men were tangled up, Lara launched a left uppercut, and then a jolting left jab snaps the head back of the champion. The two men at long range on top of the logo. Lara leaves his feet to launch a left jab, but couldn't find the range because Leigh Wood backed up incrementally. Minute to go in this fourth round, and Leigh Wood just peppering his man with the jab. Again, that right glove is planted on his cheek. Ian Jumbo Johnson has done a terrific job staunching the flow of blood, and there's a right hand lead once again. Successfully picked punch from Leigh Wood. He then drops down with a right hand to the body. Left hook to the body in response from Mauricio Lara. His right hook upstairs missed by a country mile. 40 seconds to go as Leigh Wood pulls the trigger on his right hand lead once again. Good success downstairs for Lara, countered by a left hook upstairs from Leigh Wood. And both of these power punching. Oh, what a right uppercut from Leigh Wood, and it causes Lara to back up. He's near the blue corner on the far side of the ring. Keeps his footing in center ring. He's breathing through an open mouth. A hard right uppercut shoveled into the solar plexus from Leigh Wood. And if Mauricio Lara is feeling the pace, well, these body shots will surely test a man from Mexico's conditioning. 10 second clapper has sounded, but it's barely audible. Swing and a miss with the right hand from Leigh Wood. His counterbar, swing and a miss from Mauricio Lara. What a round of boxing. Leigh Wood showing composure in the pocket.
And showing guts and showing a chin. He got caught with a right cross, a short right and a left hook at the start of that round that has sent most of Lara's opponents down to dreamland, down to the canvas. And then he picked him up. And I thought in the last 40 seconds there, Lara didn't like it over here on the left-hand side. I think Lara, let's not get carried away. I don't think he was hurt, but Leigh Wood came back so strong. I think Lara may have been mildly shocked.
He took that right-hand flush, that long right-hand flush, and he had an open mouth. He put him in, I thought, as he broke in his jaw. But he took it right on the button. I tell you something though, again with Leigh Wood, like we said before the fight, he has got something that you can't teach, you can't train against either. That innate toughness. And that, because at the start of that round, Wood was in trouble, I thought. I thought it was going to be a hard round for him. And he goes back, and for me, he won the round.
Listen, as long as he keeps that high guard from the right hand, he's only got to worry about one hand, that's the right hand. Fantastic, brilliant fight.
Mauricio Lara was up early to answer the bell for round number 5. Leigh Wood remained on his stall for the full 60 and then some as Ian Jumbo Johnson continued to tend that cut, and we have to give him maximum respect and credit because that cut sustained at the end of the first round is not leaking, so Leigh Wood doesn't have that to worry about. Now his focus can be fully on the marauding challenger in front of him, but I say marauding is being fought at a rather tepid pace once again as Leigh Wood drops down with a stab jab, look for a right uppercut on the inside. Lara looking for shots at mid-range to the body, neither man particularly accurate during that attempted exchange. 40 seconds gone in this fourth round. Leigh Wood looking to get physical with Mauricio Lara on the inside. Lara, his mouth now closed, pursing out his lips as though he's blowing a kiss to Leigh Wood, but I don't think that's on the card. There's a corkscrew jab shot on an upward trajectory off a leap from Mauricio Lara. Leigh Wood dominating centre ring. Lara being backed up towards his own red corner just above our commentary position as Leigh Wood looking to extend that right cross that has served him so well. Lara looking to counter out of his own red corner. Then he leaps out of the red corner, left jab to the body, packed back in near towards the ropes. The head clash on the inside as Leigh Wood launched the right hand but was off the mark. Success with a left jab from Mauricio Lara, then he fires a corkscrew jab once again, and again, 2 corkscrew jabs in quick succession, both successful for the challenger. Uppercuts and hooks being fired in by the champion. Right uppercut got through, followed by a left hook from Leigh Wood, and then a right hand to the body has put Mauricio Lara in distress. He's showing signs of bad body language. He's retreated to the neutral corner on the far side of the ring, but he is visibly hurt, and he's continuing to feel his left flank as Leigh Wood goes downstairs with a left hand to the right side of his body. Vulnerability being shown downstairs by the challenger. Leigh Wood drives in a hard right cross once again, goes for a right uppercut, left hook, then another right hook, checks the chin of the challenger. The challenger fires back. He digs in a left hand to the body, an attempted left hand, but it landed on the bicep, the right bicep of the champion. Right hand lead is off the mark from Mauricio Lara. Thrusting jab to the body once again from the champion. Backs up Mauricio Lara. He's breathing through a mouth that is wide open, sucking wind with 40 seconds remaining in this 5th round. Leigh Wood investing heavily in body shots, and they appear to be paying early dividends. The heads clash on the inside once again, but that cut left eye is holding up, perhaps just a trace of blood coming from it with 30 seconds remaining in this frame. Hard left hand dug into the solar plexus from Mauricio Lara, but the combinations that we so readily associate with him. Oh, beautiful right hand left hook from the champion, checking the chin of Lara once again, and then it's another pot shot success without reply from Leigh Wood, who is showing terrific composure, beating Mauricio Lara consistently to the punch, and his punch output is being reduced to singles, but Lara comes forward, big swing and a miss with the right hand. Brilliant round by the champion once again. Mauricio Lara feeling the pace.
Remember we said about 2 rounds ago, and looked at Lara and there wasn't a mark on his face, he was smiling. He came back there, he looked out over your head, Ronald, you might have missed it, and he took a chug of breath as if to say, whoa, no one told me this was going to happen. He's got some ghrelin and some bruising and some swelling on his face. Leigh Wood is doing what he told us he would do. He's taking the risks, and they are paying off. Most of that's because he has taken away Lara's left hand. Taking away the left hook.
What he's doing, he's using the feint with the front foot, Wood, constantly, and that's creating distance. And with that distance, that means if Lara's going to attack, he has to overreach. Wood has time to time with those longer shots. The composure, with that cut as well, and with always that fear of getting caught by Lara, who was shown again in this round, that he has that power still. the composure he's showing in this sort of heat has been fantastic from Leigh Wood so far tonight.
So this time it's Mauricio Lara with a tardy exit from his corner, and Leigh Wood was rating at ring centre to begin the 6th round, and he raised both arms to the roof here at the Motor Point Arena as if to say to the crowd, come on, let me hear you. And the crowd have responded, the bass drum being pounded, and chants of Leigh Wood cascading down from these steep seating areas here at the Motor Point Arena. Mauricio Lara on the front foot, scores with a jolting left jab during that exchange of lead left hands, but Leigh Wood again drops down with that left jab to the body. The punch that we have to reiterate served him so well to neutralize the volume punching champion Li Can when he won the title at Matchroom Square Garden. Roundhouse right followed by left jab to the body once again from Leigh Wood, feinting with the foot, feinting with the lead left hand, just keeping Mauricio Lara guessing. And where is the combination punching that we so readily associate with the challenger? He's watching, waiting, bobbing, weaving, but guess what? He's just been touched up by another double jab to the body, and what a right hand lead from the champion Leigh Wood. It causes Lara to spin around and sag on the ropes on the far side of the ring at figure 12 on the clock face. My goodness, he's demonstrating a stout set of whiskers, because that was a beautifully picked punch from the champion. Halfway through the 6th round, Lara remains on the ropes near the blue corner on the far side of the ring. Perhaps he hasn't recovered from the howlets of a right cross, which landed right on the button. Leigh Wood remaining patient. Lara's just going from one corner to the other. He's now at the neutral corner on the far side of the ring, waiting to launch an offensive. His foot is actually beneath the rear rope. That is the bottom rope. There's another beautiful right hand once again. A punch without reply, followed by a left jab from Leigh Wood, who's producing a perpetual pop shot wonderland here now. And Lara looking increasingly forlorn, increasingly desperate, swinging and missing. And it's almost as though Leigh Wood is conducting a masterclass against the most dangerous man in the division. His composure is notable. His ring IQ is commendable as he lands a left-right combination once again. And Lara, he's being made reluctant to throw because he's being beaten to the punch by these rapier-like counters, such as that half left hook, half uppercut. And Lara, biting down on his gum shield, swarms his way forward, but his work is untidy. His head is resting on the injured eye of Leigh Wood, and that started to bleed once again. But to this point, in terms of the sweet sciences, Lara just reminds Wood that he's dangerous, scores with the right uppercut. But this has been a beautiful display of boxing and how to neutralize a power puncher by Leigh Wood. Boxing on his own terms, controlling the distance, controlling the tempo. What a round from the champion.
What a round from the champion. Picked him off with shots, both hands, up, down, showed shots, switched for a different shot. And Lara was feeling, you used the word forlorn, I'm going to take it one further. He was starting to feel sorry for himself. And it was a definite sign. Then Leigh Wood got half caught at the end, got a bit too close, gave Lara a bit of encouragement the last 20 seconds.
It's such a thoughtful display from Leigh Wood, let's not forget that. He's putting the pressure on, he's not getting greedy with his success, because he knows if he throws 4 punches, one's going to come back, he's going to get hit by Lara. So he's throwing 1s and 2s, taking that little half a step out, engaging again. He's trying to hurt Lara. He's throwing right on the track as well, right on the centre of the line, where there's a big gap with the looping shot there of Lara, but always staying safe is Leigh Wood. It's a really, really intelligent and mature display from him so far.
Seconds out, round 7.
Into the second half of this contest we go. It's the WBA Featherweight Championship of the World on the line. Leigh Wood making the second defense of his title. And once again, he was the first man to rise and ask for encouragement from the crowd. Lara tries to maraud forwards, but again, he's showing bad body language as he takes a shot to the body, looking in the direction of Michael Alexander to help. But only himself, his left and right, can help him now. And Leigh Wood cutting an increasingly assertive and dominant figure in the boxing ring. Mauricio Lara can take a man out with a single shot, but for my money, he's being pushed to the periphery of this contest. Such is the dominance that Leigh Wood has shown. He's had some moments because he's had to think, but overall, Leigh Wood producing a veritable masterclass here in front of his home fans. He's in centre ring. 50 seconds gone in this 7th round. Mauricio Lara just made Wood fall short with an attempted right hand and then fired back with a left jab. But Mauricio Lara playing almost exclusively counter-puncher here. There he led off with a left jab, and he was countered by a left hook by Leigh Wood, as Leigh Wood feints by stamping his front foot, dipping at the knees. Then he followed through on the feint and scored with a left jab to the body. Double jab right cross attempted by Lara, but all the shots were off the mark, and the final right hand went over the rear of Leigh Wood's head because he dipped at the knees and employed good head movement. Nice defenses from Lara to tuck up behind high-held gloves and cause the left-right combination of Leigh Wood to fall short. There he slipped a right cross from Leigh Wood once again. Leigh Wood up on his toes now as Lara finally, halfway through the 7th round, tries to quicken the tempo. Referee Michael Alexander prides the two boxers apart, and they're just on the edge of range. Left jab success from Mauricio Lara, followed by a left hook downstairs, which was just partially blocked by the forearm of Leigh Wood. The two men studying on the edge of range once again, bobbing, weaving, feinting on top of the logo. Good left jab landed by Mauricio Lara, followed by a left hook on the inside. He's continuing to breathe through a mouth that is wide open, Mauricio Lara, and his punches that they're normally wide and explosive, but they have a ponderous look about them. And Leigh Wood able to read them as he thrust another left hand into the belt line of the challenger. Leigh Wood was made to miss with his left jab. Mauricio Lara tried to counter with a right hand left hook combination, but didn't really find a range with either shot. Action is back in center ring. And it's Leigh Wood on the back foot now, just edging backwards. Mauricio Lara trying to edge his way in. Oh, beautiful right cross left hook on the counter from Leigh Wood after he drew the lead from Mauricio Lara. But a thunderbolt of a left hook from Mauricio Lara has deposited Leigh Wood on the canvas, and his legs have completely gone. He's back on his feet. He's showing referee Michael Alexander he wants to continue. 10 seconds remain, but the towel has come in from Ben Davison, and it is all over. And Mauricio Lara, with a single scything left hook, has deposited Leigh Wood on his back and dethroned him. His reign as the WBA featherweight champion has proved to be brief. Mauricio Lara has left the ring celebrating. His team have now entered the ring. A bottle has just been hurled through the ring and has landed on our commentary table. Jubilant celebrations in the red corner. The Mexican flag being waved. Leigh Wood on his stool and being tended to by the ringside doctors here at the Motor Point Arena. We have to hope that he is okay. But what a dramatic denouement to this featherweight contest here for the WBA world title, because Leigh Wood, aside from a sticky second round, was boxing beautifully. But then Mauricio Lara showing how dangerous he is and why he is the division's bogeyman, uncoiled a left hook that sent Leigh Wood flat on his back. He beat the count, but his legs completely betrayed him. And that is how Mauricio Lara has ascended to the WBA Featherweight Championship of the world. Desperate scenes over in the blue corner, jubilation in the red corner. Steve Bunce, what a dramatic encounter.
We said all along that Leigh was nullifying Lara's danger with that high right hand. The 1 second, the one moment, the one time, the one flash, the one instant when the right hand dropped, Lara connected with a short left hook. It travelled no more than about 5 or 6 inches. And what happened on the other side of the ropes, okay? What happened on the other side of the ropes, that was Lara getting out and challenging Josh Warrington, who's sitting there. So that's what that was. That was the sort of bit of angriness, nastiness in the ring. Nothing to do with Leigh Wood. But did Ben Davison do the right thing? Because at the moment he threw the towel in, the 10-second buzzer went. Absolutely he did the right thing. Because you land a shot in the tiniest fraction. In athletics, Ronald, you land the shot in the thickness of a vest. He didn't need 10 seconds there. He needed next to no time. So I think Ben Davison did the right thing. Leigh Wood maybe not as convinced, but I think he did the right thing.
He's not, because he would have fought on. But I think, you know, in against a puncher like, you're not in against Michael Conlan here when he was all over on his feet, all over the place, wasn't he, on his feet against Michael Conlan, and he fought on. But he's in against a guy who's just a crazy puncher. And I feel sorry for Leigh Wood because his composure, everything about his performance, he was mature. He didn't get too greedy with his work. He did everything right.
Oh.
All he did is throw a left hook with he hooked with a hooker. That's all that happened there, and got caught with just a piece of a left hook. But his shots were landing before Lara's for most of the fight because he was throwing his punches with more snap and speed, and Lara has a looping rhythm to his work. But what happens then when the fight gets on, when fatigue starts to set in, that snapping the punches just wanes a little bit, but the relaxed motion, the looping punches, because it's all just a nice, easy, smooth movement, that maintains the same rhythm, and that's what happened there. He just got with a pitch of a shot when he was boxing, as Waller kept saying, out of his skin.
Well, Leigh Wood is moving around under his own steam and own coordination. He's going to all four corners of the boxing ring. He just climbed at the neutral corner turnbuckle on this near side of the ring, and he's receiving generous applause from his fans. He's done the same in the neutral corner on the opposite side of the ring. He's returned to his blue corner. He's being consoled by his team. Mauricio Lara, utterly exhausted, utterly overcome with emotion. He is slumped on his stool in the red corner just above us. He now rises back to his feet. The WBA strap will be in his possession in just a few moments' time, and he joins that litany of Mexican featherweight icons to extend.